So we've been getting a lot of questions about the Temple, Texas area. A lot of questions about Temple, Texas.
Yeah.
And if you're considering making a move here, and this is one of the areas that you're like, hey, you know what? I really want to live in Temple, but I'm not really quite sure. Not quite sure what to think of it. Is there something better out there? Maybe you just haven't been to this area before and you're really just trying to do your homework. Well, before you make your decision on Temple, Texas, you're definitely going to want to watch this video, because in this video, we're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the pros and cons, if you will, of living in Temple, Texas. If you want to know more, stay tuned. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel Living in Austin, Texas. My name is Jay, this is Jesse, we're with the High Ground Realty Group. We're both licensed agents in the state of Texas, and we love to make these videos for you guys. What we love more is when you reach out to us, give us a call, text, email, nights, days, weekends, doesn't matter, love to hear from you guys. We are the guys who answer those calls, texts, and emails.
And don't forget, smash that thumbs up button, the like button, hit that little notification bell, that way you will be notified of any future content that we release.
And please subscribe to the channel. With that being said, let's get this thing going.
Let's go.
So in this video, we're gonna go Jesse with the pros.
Yay. Oh, no. You didn't like that.
And I'm gonna go with the cons.
Yay.
So we're gonna start off with pros. Go ahead, Jesse.
So, affordable cost of living here in Temple, right? Compared to other Texas cities, it's an affordable place to live.
Yeah. I mean, you can come out here, you can find different types of property, and here I go jumping into your pros.
That's all right.
Different types of properties out here, definitely going to be a lower cost than you're going to find closer to Austin. So if you're going to come out to Austin, Texas, or you're like, you know what, I don't necessarily need to live in Austin, you're going to get more bang for your buck if you head out towards Temple. Now, with that, that has definitely drawn more attention to the area, and there's definitely been an increase of people moving to the area. So the con on that is going to be the increase in traffic. When you're driving around where it used to be pretty quiet, pretty mellow, there's times where, and you still do have that a little bit, but there's definitely going to be more times where you're going to find there's more traffic on the city roads. So pro number two.
Pro number two, yes, a growing economy or a growing job market here, I guess.
All right.
So, yeah. So with the, Temple still being kind of small or a mid-sized city, it does have a lot of job opportunity and job growth. You've got the McLean Company, you've got Scott and White Healthcare, and you also have the Veterans Administration healthcare system, which is bringing a lot of that growth here. Well, we talked about the increased traffic.
That's right. Now, if we're going to give a con to that, one thing you need to consider if you're moving out to this area is the limited public transportation. So if you're living on one side of town and working on the other, you're going to have a hard time getting around unless you have a car. I mean, you could ride a bike, but that's going to be, it's spread out. We'll just say the Temple's pretty spread out. There's a lot of big open land in Temple still. You're going to have quite the hike in front of you if you're relying on transportation, public transportation. Number three.
Number three. So outdoor activities here. There's a lot of state parks, or you're close to state parks. You're close to a lot of local city parks. There's 2 lakes. There's hike and bike trails everywhere. In fact, the park that we're at right now, it's beautiful, shaded, lots of hike and bikes. So yeah, if you want to ride your bike, what we talked about earlier about a con, having to ride your bike everywhere, why not ride it here at the park?
That's right. We're at Lions Park, and it's, like Jesse said, it's beautiful out here. You got people out here walking their dogs, people riding bikes. There's a disc golf course here. There's some baseball fields here. Looks like if you wanted to spend a day at the park, this would be a great one. It's I think it's a little over 100 acres as far as the size of it, so definitely one of those cool places to hang out. Now the con. All right. So Central Texas definitely has its weather-related events. And while it may sound great being outside and all that stuff, most of the time you will be able to, but one of the cons you got to be aware of is the weather. So it gets really, really, really hot in the summertime. And I mean, take today for instance. Not even summer. We're in January and it's going to be 84 degrees today out here. I mean, that's warm for this area at this time of year. That's one of the things that people kind of freak out about a little bit when they're coming to the area. So I definitely want to make you guys aware. And the other thing, and I hate to say it, but it is what it is. This area is kind of prone to tornadoes. So, and I'm not saying like city leveling, destroy everything, but they can definitely do some damage. So it's definitely something to be aware of, and definitely something to be prepared for if you're living in the area. Now, with that being said, I don't want to leave that as a total negative taste in your mouth. Living out in this area, just because there's a chance of a tornado here and there are severe thunderstorms, I still would not change the lifestyle I'm able to live in this area solely based on the weather. All right, Jesse, what's pro number 4?
So we've got cultural and educational opportunities, right?
Okay.
Temple's got a lot of cultural museums, historic places, and is home to 2 colleges, Temple College and Mary Hardin Baylor, here if you want to, keep adding to your resume for as far as school is concerned.
Yeah, so Temple, I mean, overall sounds like a pretty great place if you're coming out with the family, with all the parks and everything. I mean, not too bad. Now the con. And this depends on who you are, but it's limited nightlife and entertainment. Temple does have some restaurants. It does have a few bars. But as far as like compared to, say, like your 6th Street in Austin or some of these other larger cities, you're not going to have the same level of nightlife there. I mean, that's, for some people that's a deal breaker, for others it's not, but it's definitely something you should be aware of before you make the move here. If nightlife is super important to you, you may want to go closer towards Austin to get that. Here's the bonus pro. If you happen to be in the military and you happen to be stationed at Fort Hood, Temple might be a good place to consider living if you're going to go off base. It's definitely close enough to where you're not commuting too far to get to the base, and it definitely gives you a little bit more peace and tranquility than the areas surrounding the base.
Yeah.
So if that's important to you guys, or you fall into that category, definitely something to consider. So what do you guys think? Now that you heard some of the pros and cons of Temple, drop a comment below. Let us know what you think about the area or what you would think about living here. Are these cons deal breakers for you? Are the pros something that is like, okay, yeah, I definitely want to move there now? We're kind of curious. We love to hear the feedback, and we love to hear what you guys think. So if you went to niche.com and you checked out the rankings for cities in the area, you're going to see that Temple ranks number 4. Now, is that bad? No. I mean, that's kind of near the top of the list, so it's definitely not a bad thing, but definitely something you guys should check out. Check out niche.com, read some of the reviews from people who live here, people who have lived here, and some of the things that they liked and disliked. A lot of times you can get different insights and find out if this is the right place for you. If you guys are moving to the area, or you moving to Austin, either one, please give us a call, text, email, nights, days, weekends. Doesn't matter. We'd love to hear from you guys. Love to help you out with all your real estate needs.
Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, hit that little notification bell, smash that thumbs up button. That way you'll always be notified of future content.
That's right, guys. We got your back when you're moving to Austin, Texas. Until the next time, catch you later.
See ya.